Hello, this is Mr. Logan, and you're watching Rider News.
Rider News, got the brighter views, got the inside looks and the interviews. Every student better watch us, always moving, never stop us. One of the greatest, like a goddess, like a balloon, you'll never pop us. Everybody wanna get a love to us, ain't nobody ready for the package up. One of the greatest stations, we made it, don't ever hate it, don't stage it, cause we created the flamest display of greatness. Superb, dominant fly is the eagle, huge bird, yeah. Watch it in advisory, watch it in the library. This should be your primary amazing news source. Going through the school course, understand the news sports. Every Wednesday due for in a month. Brighter sun, here we are and here we come. Yeti go, Yeti flow, everything that you should know. My name's Recharge, now you've seen that. Everything that you know, we mean that. Brighter crew, tighter screw, that's what we call Rider News.
Many thanks to Mr. Logan for that shout out. Hopefully the second week of block testing isn't bringing you down. It's Wednesday, May 8th, and I'm Vale.
And I'm Josh. Before we get started, let's give a shout out to the following students who were nominated for Student Emmy Awards. Carter Holm, Nathaniel Perry, Colby Beckman, Malik Braun, Ethan Michelek. They will be attending the Student Emmy Awards on June 8th.
The Student Emmy Awards is just one of the awesome activities and events we're talking about in today's show of Rider News. Let's start things off once again with another SEL segment from the man himself, Paul Kelly.
This week for SEL, we have Paul Kelly joining us for the stretching and yoga activities and ways to relieve your body down when we're going sketty mode. Let's look at what the SEL tip is for us this week.
Hi everybody, this is Paul Kelly with your SEL tip of the week. We're going to do a little bit of yoga today. I'm not a yoga instructor, but I think this is a pretty straightforward pose, so we're gonna go for it. It's called tree pose. I'm gonna take my left foot, I'm gonna just plant it on the ground. I'm gonna spread my toes out wide and feel really grounded. And then I'm gonna take my right foot and I'm gonna lean my heel up against my ankle right here. I'm gonna get good posture, pretend there's a string coming off the back of my head, the crown of my head. And I'm just gonna let's do this too, just for added yoga sense. And I'm just gonna take 4 deep breaths. Good. That was 2. For time purposes, we're gonna change it. So now we're gonna switch. Go ahead, plant your right leg, spread those toes out, be real grounded, and then left heel on your ankle, and 2 more breaths. And if you're doing it for real, not making a video, you should go 4 breaths or more. Advanced section. Go ahead, same setup, grounded, toes spread, but we're gonna lift our leg up and we're gonna put it on the side, just like that. Carefully don't blow out your own knee. Boom, breaths here. Or you can even set it over and do a little sit. Nailed it. Breaths here. Boom. So always balance it out. So I'm gonna do this just so I'm good for the rest of the day. You can see my excellent balance. Boom. Boom. That's Paul Kelly with your SEL tip of the week. Thank you.
Thank you for showing us how to stretch. After last week of testing, I'm sure everyone needed that. We can appreciate you guys for that calm and collected episode of another great SEL segment.
This week should be sunny. You guys should go out and enjoy the sun and not sit down and play Fortnite until 6 in the morning. But no, not to worry. If computers are your thing, we have an important package about the computer programming class. Don't miss out.
As a first-year teacher, how are you happy with how this year has gone so far?
I'm very pleased. I've had the chance to instruct and meet a lot of really great students.
What are you looking forward to next year?
It's a great question. One class that I always wanted to take when I was a student here was a beginning programming computer course. And I now have the opportunity to offer that course. I'm in the process of building it now, and it will be offered next year.
What advice do you have to give students curious about the computer programming class?
Well, it's really simple. I'd suggest that everybody take it if they can. Really, no matter what you're doing after high school, learning some basics of computer programming is a really valuable skill.
What are the basics of the computer class?
So the basics of this computer class it's called computer forensics. So we're basically looking through the computer and searching for any incriminating evidence that they're trying to hide on the computer from the authorities.
Do you recommend this class to other people?
Yes, I do. We need more girls. I am the only girl in my class right now, and it's not fun being in a room full of boys.
Why do you recommend this class to other people?
It's so much fun. I have a great time in here, and there are some aspects that you get frustrated, but it really teaches you lots of patience, because you need patience to be able to code like this and work on the labs.
How difficult is a programming class?
It's not that difficult. Your classmates are with you step by step, and if you have like a big issue, you can just ask the teacher or restart entirely and just do it all over again. I've had to do that multiple times.
It's always good to have classmates next to your side.
Yeah.
What are the basics of the computer classes?
These classes cover everything from hacking to basic JavaScript, all the way up into like working with C and more advanced languages and that kind of thing.
Do you recommend this class to other people?
Definitely. It's a lot of fun. Mr. Gentry is a great teacher, and you learn a lot. It's great.
And why do you recommend that to other students?
I recommend it because it's very enjoyable. You learn a lot of useful skills, not just like forensics, where it's very, like there aren't as many applications, but you can learn things that you can use in your everyday life.
How difficult is the programming classes?
It's as difficult as you make it. If you want to start off just doing a basic hello world script, you can do that. If you want to automate parts of the system or like do very advanced things, you can do that as well. It just depends on how difficult you want to make it.
Well, Mr. Gentry, I think I want to join that class next year. I would love to learn more about computers. It's a useful skill no matter what job you want after high school.
Mr. Gentry's room number is 503. You can go ask him all the questions you have, and he will give you the answers to it. Now let's move on to the sailing regatta our PAHS club took part in. Our sailors raced well a few weeks ago, so let's see them in action.
Okay, so basically what happens is a course is set up depending on the weather, and we will have part of our team, 2 racers at a time, on a smaller sailboat, and they'll be racing against 2 racers from a bunch of other teams on their sailboats, and they'll go through the course, and they'll usually do 2 races at a time, and then they'll switch out the crews and do another 2 races continuously until the weather either doesn't have enough wind to let us keep racing, or has so much wind that all the boats end up capsizing. In this regatta, we had, I think, 12 schools. It went really well. Everybody was really happy. It was 2 days of racing. We had teams coming up from Oregon. We had teams from Seattle, Olympia, Bellingham. There were, I think, ultimately around 60 to 70 racers. And then the yacht club provided food, and they stayed with different families in town. So we got really good feedback. Oh, the winners offhand, Roosevelt High School.
Now let's head over to the student spotlight and to showcase Ryan Miller and Christian Newbar. Now let's head over to the student spotlights to showcasing Ryan Miller and Christian Newbar special project.
The 2 of them have a fashion line going that you can order t-shirts, hats, and other items online. Let's see what they have to say. Thanks for watching.
So what inspired you to create this website of yours?
So first of all, it all started with my drawings. Me starting to create and draw new characters. I decided that it would be a good idea to use them in another way. And what I did with it is I went to this program called Spreadshirt, which is free to use, absolutely amazing to use. And I created different clothing from my designs that I created.
So, Ryan, can you tell us about what this website is for?
It's so you can have designs on shirts and jackets, and the more designs you have, the more that will come up in searches so that you can make more money off of them.
Was this website created by you and a friend, or is this website created by the friend?
I believe it was created by the friend.
What is the name of your website where we can find and upload our own designs and all that stuff?
So my website is called Project M1, and the website that you can use to make your own clothing from your own art is called Spreadshirt.